Okay, so hi. So I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. Hopefully the lid shade is increasing too much. So basically, I'm going to the park today, and I'm going to have a picnic and go Pokemon going with my boyfriend's friends. He's not coming, because I haven't heard from him since like 4 this morning. My birthday was really nice. I already told you guys what we mostly did. So, yeah, today is like my last day to like really hang out with people until like Thursday. I think I'm doing something with Becca and Craig on Thursday, but tomorrow I'm working in the morning and then I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the night. I only have to work 12 to 4 tomorrow, but the eclipse is tomorrow, so yeah, I'm just waiting for my mom to leave. Um, I think she's heading out in a few minutes anyway. But I have to go to the supermarket first before I go to the park because I'm assigned to bring drinks. Like, I'm the one who asked everyone, is anybody bringing something last night? And we were going to the park today, and I was like, what is everybody bringing? So, everybody's like, oh yeah, bring this, bring that, you know. So I'm gonna bring drinks because they asked me to bring drinks, and everybody knows I don't really have that much money right now, so sorry, this camis driving me nuts because I feel like it's going to keep on falling down, but at the same time, it's like kind of the easiest one to wear because, you know, I don't have to really worry about it too much. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to stop at the Stop and Shop in the area probably. It does take me about 25 minutes to get there, so I probably won't be there till like 2:25. We're supposed to meet at 2:30-ish because one of my friends, he was the one who like basically planned it because like originally we were gonna go Pokemon going like earlier this week, but most of his friends live in Long Beach or like not close to me, and he was like, are you down for Pokemon going like on Tuesday or Wednesday? I think I said this before, and I was like, oh, you mean like in Huntington? And he said no, like he thought that I lived closer. He was like, no, we were thinking about Eisenhower Park. And I was like, oh, well, and then like Prince ended up making or sending a text to us like a day or two later saying picnic at Eisenhower Park. We're going for Pokemon Going and Frisbee and stuff like that. So bring what you want. You know, stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, sounds good. So, but they, like I said, they were in the area last night seeing a movie, but we didn't really want to go because, again, we didn't really have that much money. So I was like, no, I'm still coming tomorrow, guys. So I was like, I'll just see you tomorrow. So yeah. And then Friday, probably going to spend it with Josh because I'm probably not seeing him until then, even though I really did want him to come today. It would have been fun if he did, but he always works Sunday nights, so I can never really get him to do anything on Sundays, but it was really nice spending the whole day together yesterday, so yeah. So anyway, I feel like there was something else I needed to say. Yeah, so basically Friday is gonna be me and him, and then Saturday is karaoke for my birthday. Then Sunday, I'm probably just going to chill. I'm probably not going to do anything. And then Monday is the concert. Like, Sunday, I'm probably going to need to chill because, yeah, like, I need, like, a day to chill before the concert. So, probably the only days I'm not doing anything is Tuesday and Sunday because Tuesday, I have my final dentist appointment because I haven't had one in a few weeks, but I get my permanent crown on Tuesday at 11 in the morning, and I think I'm done for a long time. So yeah, I'm so happy about that. And then Wednesday night I work, and then Thursday I'm supposed to see Becca and Craig. So anyway, this is my outfit today. I decided to wear this Free People dress. It's like a sundress, and I wore like just a nude cami underneath. Um, um, but Puka's definitely coming, and Prince and Laura and Nat, so yeah, sounds good. I'm like literally responding to something that I said in the text message. Like I didn't say like what I was actually responding to. So anyway, yeah, so that's what I wore today. So I primed my face with the um Hopefully the contour looks okay. I decided to contour today instead of bronzer, but I'm so used to bronzing now that I feel like my contour doesn't look that great. But whatever, I'm going to be out in the sun most of the day. So I primed my face with the Urban Decay Prep Priming Spray because I haven't used that in a while, so I wanted to use it today. And the Stila One Step Corrector. I was going to use a different primer, but I always know that this keeps my makeup lasting like most of the day, so I just use this again. And then I went in with the Maybelline Dewy and Smooth Foundation in the color 110 Porcelain. And then I concealed with the Maybelline Master Concealer in the color Fair. And then I set my face with the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. And then I primed my eyes with the MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour base, and then went over that with the same It Cosmetics powder. And then for my eyes, I mostly entirely went in with the Manny MUA Makeup Geek palette today because I haven't used it in quite a while. This is actually, the last time I used it was when I was with his friends for Medieval Times. So that was like 2 or 3 months ago already. I think that was back in like May, and it's August right now, so I haven't used it since then. That's like ridiculous. So I used Beaches and Cream first, just from Makeup Geek. It's not from the palette, because you guys know I use that entirely up in that palette, even though it is in there. I used my single shadow because that was my replacement. And then I went in with Sora from the palette. Then I darkened up the crease more with Mars. And then I used Aphrodite on the outer corners. And then for the lid, I went in with that beautiful green pressed pigment shade in the shade Insomniac. Or Insomnia. I think it's Insomnia or Insomniac. It's the pressed green pigment in the palette. It's so pretty. And then I went in with Vanilla Bean on my brow bone, just one of the single shadows. And then I went in with the Dior Lash Primer, which honestly really does help my lashes a lot. I really need to use it more often. And then I went in with the Dior Lash Primer, that's what I said, yeah. And then I went in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara on the top. And then I concealed under my eyes with the Maybelline Concealer, and then I set that with my Laura Mercier Stick Brightening Powder like I always do. And then I smudged Sora and Mars on the lower lash line, and then I lined my waterline with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Slide On Liner in the shade 0. And then I highlighted the inner corners with Luna and Artemis from the palette, and that was basically it for the eyes. And then I went in with the Magnetic Black Lash. I'm pretty sure I said that already. So that was it for the eyes. And I, again, haven't really been doing top line mascara, so and then that was it. And then for the contour, I used the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I used the middle brown shade. And then I also used the yellow banana shade to highlight and clean up the contour. I forget the names. I don't know if that one's called Shadow Play. I can't remember, but mostly everybody owns that damn palette, so it's like the 2 middle shades that I used. And then for the cheeks, I basically used a lot more Makeup Geek because I wanted it to make it like mostly a full face of Makeup Geek. I used Infatuation and Romance, the single blushes from Makeup Geek, and then the highlight was the single dual chrome highlighter in the shade Electrify from Makeup Geek. And then I went in with one of the gold shades from the Kathleen Lights palette from Makeup Geek in the shade Starlight, I believe. I really love how this turned out. That Electrify color is so unique and gorgeous. I love it. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. Then I set everything with the NYX Dewy Skin Mist. Then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer and Caramel, and then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I primed them with the NYX Lip Primer, and then I lined them with the MAC Lip Pencil in the shade Strip Down. And then I filled them in with the Makeup Geek Showstopper Cream Lip Stain in the shade Waltz. And then I topped it off with the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Tight Fit. So mostly used a lot of inexpensive makeup today. I felt like I needed to do that today since I used a lot of expensive stuff yesterday on my face. I don't know. With drugstore foundation, blush, and highlight. You know, not really drugstore, but, you know, less expensive. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go now because I can't wait any longer for my mom to leave. She already knows I'm going somewhere, but yeah, that's it. Bye. I gotta go pick up the sodas, and I said I would just go pick it up in the area because it's a lot easier for me to do that than like to go to a Stop and Shop here and then go to the park. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hi. So I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I did actually just get back from my first day at Lucky, because I did tell you guys that I was working today and it was really good. So I get to relax for the rest of the day. It's only a 4-hour shift. They're only really 4-hour shifts, so it's actually like really nice to just be working a retail job right now, but at the same time, again, it's still not enough money. So anyway, um, yeah, I just wore my denim rag and bone shirt to work, and I just wore it with a white tank underneath, and then I just wore this gold chain necklace underneath it to give it like a more layered look because that's what they're into. They want you to do layered looks, so I decided to wear this layered necklace underneath. And you're supposed to do like a 3-layer type of look. Oh, god damn it. It's fucking... Alright, whatever. I'm gonna take it off. I don't really care. It's just annoying that I literally just fixed it and now it's all messed up again. Alright, that's fine. So anyway, I primed my face with the... I'm about to eat with my mom and my brother because they need to go somewhere tonight. But I'm just going to take my makeup off and relax after this, after I eat. So I'm really excited. So I primed my face with the Smashbox Primer Water. No, the Urban Decay Prep Priming Spray and the Smashbox 24-Hour. The Urban Decay Prep Priming Spray and the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. And then I went in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation in the color Y225. I haven't used it in a while, so I wanted to use it today. I do really like how it makes my skin look. It's nice and lightweight and has a nice coverage. And then I concealed with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the color Fair just because it's easy to use. It blends out so easily, and I just love how it looks with anything. And then I set my face with the MAC Merlot Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium. And then I primed my eyes with the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Base, and then went over that with the same MAC powder. And then I used the ColourPop Firefly eyeshadow as my transition shade, and then I went in basically entirely with the Naked Heat palette by Urban Decay, just because I love that palette and I really wanted to use it today for an all over the eye look. So I used the shade Sauce in the Crease. Then I darkened up the crease more with Low Blow and He Devil, and then I used Cayenne and Fuego on the outer corners. And then for the lid, I went in with Scorched and Dirty Talk together, which I love. And then I went in with Ounce on the brow bone. And then I went in with the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara on the top, and then I concealed under my eyes with the Maybelline Concealer, and then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And then I lined my waterline with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Side On Liner in the shade Whiskey. And then I went in with the inner corners with the shade Rapunzel from Makeup Geek, and then I used 2 of the shades from the Naked Heat palette on the lower lash line. I used I believe it was Sauced or maybe it was Low Blow and He Devil. I think I used those 2 on the lower lash line, yeah. And then I went in with the MAC Centiplay Giga Black Lash on the bottom lashes. I just love how this palette blends. It blends out so beautifully. They're so pigmented and they're so easy to use. Like, when it comes to, like, more pigmented eyeshadows, it's just, they're so... I just can't stop using it, like, at least once a week. Like, I have to use it at least once a week, or, like... I've definitely been grabbing for this palette the most out of all of my newer palettes, and I just love it. I almost used the Lime Crime Venus palette this morning, but I was like, I'm not going to, like, be spending a million years, like, figuring out what eyeshadow look I'm going to do. So I was like, I just want to grab something that I know that I love right now, and I know that I still want to get a lot more use out of. So, yeah, and then I bronzed up the skin with the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter. I've just been really into this bronzer lately, so I used that. And also, I think that the Too Faced just looks a lot better when, like, I'm outside for most of the day. It's, like, a really nice sun-kissed glow. I like this more for, like, daily use. If I just want, like, a slight bronze, just to add some color to my face. My hair looks like crap, by the way. Like, for some reason, it already looks bad. It looked fine yesterday. And then for my cheeks, I went in with the Too Faced Sweethearts blush in the shade Sparkling Bellini. I haven't used it in a while, so I was like, yeah, I should use this today. And then I highlighted with the Lime Crime Blossoms palette, the Highlight Blossoms palette, and I used the two gold shades, the shades Warm Gold and Sunset. Love those so much. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. Then I started thing with the NYX Dewy Skin Mist. And then I just filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel. And then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I primed them with the NYX Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the MAC Lip Pencil in the shade Strip Down. And then I filled them in with the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Aquarius. And then I topped them off with the Too Faced Sweet Peach Lip Oil Creamy Lip Gloss in the shade Papa Don't Peach, because I use Peach Fuzz a lot more than this one, and I just love how this gloss makes it look. It's so pretty. Because I was going to use Aquarius and Aquarius, which are both from Kathleen Lights, and one's an Ultra Satin Lip and one's an Ultra Glossy Lip, but I thought that the Aquarius gloss was too pink, so I went in with the peach gloss instead. And yeah, and I just love this Ultra Satin Lip. It's like one of my all-time favorite nudes. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go. Also, the eclipse was today. My manager let me step out for like 5 minutes to look at it, and it was pretty cool. So I hope people got to watch it today. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna be taking my makeup off now and watching that 70s show for the rest of the day. So yeah, bye. Okay, so hi, so I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I did go over to my boyfriend's house tonight, even though it wasn't really like all that fun, to be honest, because we just watched TV for 4 hours together. I got there really early, and basically we didn't really watch any shows or anything. We had to watch downstairs, but you know, his parents were home, so we couldn't really watch what we wanted, and we couldn't really find anything to watch. And then we got annoyed about us something to each other again, and it's just like so annoying. So basically, that was really it. Um, yeah, so I probably would have seen him on Thursday if I knew I wasn't going to have plans on Thursday, but now I do. Originally, one of my friends wanted to see me on uh, during the day tomorrow, and I was like, well, is it okay if we do Thursday instead, since I have work at night tomorrow night, and I really don't want to be late tomorrow, and plus I wasn't really planning driving far tomorrow when I was just only planning on driving back and forth to work, which honestly, if I went out tomorrow, I would have done all my driving tomorrow rather than Thursday. Then Thursday I wouldn't have really had to do anything, but I think Josh wanted to see me then. So anyway, that's all we really did. So I primed my face with the Smashbox Primer Water and the Laura Mercier foundation primer. I was going to just wear concealer today, but then I just wore like a really light tinted moisturizer product, so I just went in with my Urban Decay Hybrid Perfection Complete Hybrid Perfection Perfector. I think I'm almost done with it, honestly. Like, I've had it since January, and I feel like it's almost done. I feel like because I was so obsessed with using it, like at the beginning of springtime, and you know, once right after I got it, it was like February, and then I wore it like so much during the spring and summer that I feel like I'm almost done with it. I really want to repurchase it at some point, but again, it's like a $30 uh, product, but I definitely want to repurchase that and repurchase the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, but I have to wait till I get more money eventually. Like, the only things I was really planning on purchasing were a bunch of drugstore products so I could find cheaper alternatives to my more expensive products, even though for me, I was so spoiled on using higher end products because I was like, oh, I don't need drugstore, because I would always use Makeup Geek or ColourPop, and that's all that's on my eyes today, by the way, is Makeup Geek and ColourPop. And I've always been so spoiled about using them that I was like, I don't need drugstore, but it's like, you know, it's so much more convenient to try out drugstore things because I don't end up liking them, I can always return them. But the thing is that usually the majority of the time, I love everything from Makeup Geek and I love everything from ColourPop. So it's like, why do I need to go and spend money on drugstore items if I'm not going to love the product? So that was more my mentality. So we'll see. By the way, so I wore that Hybrid Perfection Complex. Oh my God, why can't I talk? Like, I'm so hot and out of it today. Like, the hell, man. So I went in with the Urban Decay One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector. Oh my God. In the color light. And the reason why I used it is, well, fair, I think it is, or light. Whatever. It's the lightest shade. The reason why I used it is because I saw the Fancy Face post like huge post about like Urban Decay PR on Instagram, and she was like, I can finally dive into some of these like summery products by Urban Decay for like the Eclipse. And she said that she had never tried the Urban Decay uh product that I used, and I was like, oh my God, girl, like you have to try it, it's so good. Let me know your thoughts. She has responded to me like a bunch of times, and like I said, I did meet her at Ulta once. She has like 80,000 subscribers. She's really amazing. Then I concealed with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the color Fair. And then I set my face with the MAC Really Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium. Then I primed my eyes with the MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour base and then went over that with the same MAC powder. And then for my eyes, I went in with all Makeup Geek and a little bit of ColourPop today, just because I want to use more of my new single shadows. I'm trying to, yes, I am using palettes, but I also wanted to really rotate a lot of my single shadows this month as well, so I'm trying to find a perfect balance of rotating both of them. I probably should have used the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette today because I was kind of thinking about using it, but usually when I go to his house, I want to keep my eyes more neutral. But yes, that's a neutral palette as well. But like, I love doing like warm orangey looks like this, like the colors on my shirt. But I don't really do that for when I'm just hanging out at his house. So I try to keep it more neutral. But I wanted to use more of my newer shadows again. So, because I was using more palettes last month, and then I wasn't using the newer products more last month. So I want to rotate both this month. So I went in with Beaches and Cream first, then I darkened up the crease more with Bake Sale. Then I used Tan Lines and Sidekick on the crease to darken it up more. And then I used Cocoa Bear on the outer corners. I swear to God, Cocoa Bear is such an amazing eyeshadow. Every time I use it, I always remember how beautiful it is because it's so easily blended out. It's like even easier to blend like, you know, mocha. Like literally it's like two little swipes and it's like on your eye already. It's so good. Like you need like one dip, boom, two dip, boom, and like you just blend it and you're basically done. Like it's so beautiful. That's why it's one of my top favorite eyeshadows from Makeup Geek. And then for my lid, I used one of these single shadows from ColourPop, and I used the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Boy Band. Because I'm trying to rotate more of my newer ColourPop shadows as well, because this one and Lala I've only used like 2 or 3 times since I've actually got them like 2 months ago. It's like literally ridiculous that I don't get to use them enough. So I'm trying to use them more often. And then I used Vanilla Bean and Mirage on my brow bone by Makeup Geek. And then for the inner corners, I used, I went in with the Maybelline concealer on my under eyes. Oh my God, why can't I talk? I'm so friggin' tired today. I feel like I'm either like getting sick, dehydrated, or extremely tired. So sometimes it's like really hard for me to talk, and I have like a really big headache right now. So yeah. Then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, but I did use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I'm pretty sure I said that already. Under my eyes as well. And then I smudged, what did I use on my lower lash line? I used Tan Lines and Sidekick on the lower lash line, and then I highlighted the inner corners with Rapunzel and In the Spotlight. In the Spotlight's one of the foiled shadows, and then I used Rapunzel. For some reason, In the Spotlight wasn't really showing up that much, so I had to add a little bit of Rapunzel because I only wanted to use In the Spotlight originally. I don't know, it's kind of getting a little bit of a film on the center of it. I don't know why, so maybe that's why. And then I went in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara on the top and bottom. And that was it for the eyes. And then I bronzed up the skin with the Marc Jacobs Instant Mark Dreamer filter. I've just been really loving it lately. I don't know, when I actually start using this more, I can't stop using it. It's just so pretty, especially for like a natural bronze. Again, I love using it. And then for the blush, I went in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in the shade Blissful. I swear, I feel like I'm kind of getting overwhelmed with blushes now because it's like I always try to use different blushes now rather than using the same ones all the time, and now I feel like I never use them enough. So I'm trying to rotate the ones that I don't use as often. And then for the highlight, I went in with a highlight I haven't used in quite a while actually, and I went in with the Becca Shimmy Skin Perfector pressed in the shade Champagne Pop, because I actually had to put it away for a while because it's not really that popping right now, to be honest. I mean, I did layer it up again. I don't know why it's kind of like not, I mean, it's still, there's still a highlight there, but it's just like not as popping as it usually is. But I had to put it away for a while because it did shatter. And that didn't even happen from me dropping it. It was only from like storing it up a little bit. Like, they are so fragile, the Becca highlighters, that sometimes if you put them in and they like turn to the side, or if you put them in too hard, they will like crack. Like, I wasn't even that rough with it putting it back in its place, and for some reason it like shattered. I don't know why. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder, and then I started thing with the NYX Dewy Skin Mist. Then I just brushed in my brows with a spoolie and then set them with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I primed them with the NYX Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the Makeup Forever Lip Pencil in the shade 1C. And then I filled them in with two metallic lipsticks from Too Faced. I haven't used these in forever, so I really wanted to use them today. Usually I just use them as lip toppers, but I never really use them by themselves. But I was like, ooh, this would be like really pretty to wear today. So I mixed together the Too Faced Melted Metallic lipsticks in these shades Melted Metallic Debutante and Melted Metallic Tutu. And I really like how it turned out. They're just so moisturizing, the Melted formula, that I really like how it looked, and I like how it gives a little bit of a metallicness to it. Like, I don't know why so many people didn't like this. I kind of got what they were going for with these, is that they weren't like liquid metal lipsticks. It was more like a liquid metallic, not really metallic, but like a liquid glossy metallic sheen. It was just really beautiful. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go. And I wore my birdie shirt today. But yeah, that's basically all we did. And tomorrow night I have work, so I'm going to be able to relax until work tomorrow. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hi. So I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I did go to work tonight, so this is my work outfit. I did wear, like, you know, a layered look. I was wearing a denim jacket over this, but I got hot, so I took it off. And I actually put my hair up today, even though I never do that. But I'm just trying to take my damn shoes off because these sandals are, like, kind of annoying me. Do you guys feel like gladiator sandals are a pain in the ass to put on and take off? Is it just me? It's not like I have the ones that, like, go all the way up. Like, I really do like how they look with outfits, but it's such a pain in the ass to strap these, and they take, like, forever to do that. I don't know. It's a pain in the ass. So this was my second shift tonight. It went pretty well. I sold, I think, almost my goal. I think I was $100 short, so I was just surprised I even sold, like, almost $400. I think I sold, like, $370 something. I forgot to check it again, and I forgot how to check it, so, and it's still not letting me, like, clock out or clock in. It's a pain in the ass, so I don't know what's up with my password and stuff. So, yeah, today I basically based my whole look around the scarf that I was wearing. I really wanted to accent that, so I kind of, like, echoed that on my eyes and on my lips and stuff. I thought that would just tie it in together, but I think I want to take my hair down because I've had it up for like 5 hours and it's kind of annoying me now. So I'm going to take it down. I just feel like it always looks better down for me. I probably could have just kept it down, but the reason why I put it up is because I thought I was going to be wearing longer earrings, but Then I decided to wear studs because I thought it would be a little bit too much gold if I wore. Sorry, I'm just eating this delicious cookie. I thought it'd be too much gold to go with this, so this is a dress from a store in the Huntington Village. It's like a boutique, and I bought this there. I think it's called Vines and Roses. And then I wore it with Lucky Jeans, because technically you can't wear a dress that's like shorter than knee length. So anything with that, you have to wear like leggings or jeans or whatever. So this can look like a shirt too, if you wear it correctly. So I'm just finishing it. Okay. Well, I basically just relaxed the whole day before work. Because actually I have a pretty busy next couple of days. Tomorrow I'm going out with Becca and Craig at like 12 o'clock. And we're spending some time together, like a few hours. I think I'm going to be home for the night though, which is good. And then I actually ended up picking up an extra shift Friday afternoon. And they told me that they wanted me to work Friday 1 to 5. So I was like, okay, sure. Because after that, I'm off for 5 days from Friday to Wednesday. And then I don't have work until Thursday. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll pick up another day. So at least this next paycheck will be good. But I was hoping that this Friday would be more because I really need money. But whatever, at least it's something on Friday. So anyway, I prime my face with the Urban Decay Prep Priming Spray and the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. And then I went in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in the color Porcelain, whatever it is. I haven't used it in a while. Like, I keep on forgetting to use it lately. I don't know why. I think because it was just behind another foundation. And then I was like, oh my god. Like, I finally reminded myself to use it today. I was like, oh my god, I was going to use this today. And I always forget how good my skin looks after I use it. I'm like, I fucking love it. So, it's such nice coverage, but it looks like so pretty on the skin. I just freaking love it, and I love the shade match. It shade matches my skin so well. I'm just making sure my lips don't look freaking horrible. And then I concealed with the I feel like some cookie got caught in there. Hold on. I concealed with the Maybelline Master Concealer. I have like hair on it now. Great. Yeah, so I went in with that in the shade Fair. And then I set my face with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. And then I primed my eyes with the MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour base, and then went over that with the same IT Cosmetics powder. And then I went in with Makeup Geek's Beaches and Cream and Peach Smoothie as my transition shades. And then basically for the entire rest of my eyes, I went in with the Venus 1 palette by Lime Crime because I haven't used it in quite a while to do a full look with it. And I was like, I really want to use it today. So, like I said, I've been rotating all of my palettes, and I'm glad I finally got to use it today because, oh my god, I think I do love this one more still than the second one, like, by far. This one, like, every shade is amazing. Like, they are just so good. So I use this shade, why is it that I can never remember this damn shade name? Hold on 1 second. I need to go on the Lime Crime website. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh my god. I'm so tired today, you guys. I think it's because I started my friend last night, like my period, and I think that it's just making me really low energy lately. I don't know. Also, since because I turned older, like I'm 29 now, I feel like I'm just like old lady status now. It's like really annoying me. So yeah, I feel like such an old lady, you guys. So the shade that I used in my crease, I don't know why it's called Rebirth. It's that beautiful, like, orangey shade. It's such a gorgeous, unique shade, and it literally doesn't really look orange in your crease. It's just like a peachy orange, and it's just so beautiful. I love it. So I use that. Then I darken up the crease more with the shades Muse and Creation. I use them both together to make it like a ruddy brownish kind of crease. And then for the outer corners, I did use the shade Icon because that's the shade that I always use in the outer corners when I use the palette. But then I forgot that I wanted to use Venus, so I popped on a little bit of Venus on the outer corners as well. But I also used it on another part of my eye because I was like, I have to use this color. I always forget to use it. But I do like how Icon looked more because Icon is darker than Muse. I should have used Venus and Creation in the crease and then used Muse on the outer corners, but it's not fall yet, so I kind of wanted to make it like a summery fall eye. So Muse would have been better on the outer corners if it was like a fall look. So I still love how it turned out. I'm obsessed. So I went in with Icon and a little bit of Venus on top of it to make it like a reddish brown, but not like too red brown because Venus is more like it's such a gorgeous red color. It's not like too red. And then for my lid, I went in with the shade Shell, and that's that really pretty peachy shimmery shade. And then for the brow bone, I used Makeup Geek's Mirage and Vanilla Bean because for this palette, it doesn't really have a transition shade and it doesn't really have a brow bone shade. So I usually use Makeup Geek for that. And then for the mascara, I went in with the, well, first I concealed with the Maybelline concealer underneath my eyes, and then I set that with the Laura Mercier Stick Brightening Powder. And then for the lower lash line, I smudged Venus all over the lower lash line, and that was the only color I used because I was like, I have to use it on my lower lash line, and I love how it turned out. And then for the liner, I used the ColourPop gel liner in the shade Call Me because I was like, I kind of need to use one of my ColourPop ones. I'm always using the Urban Decay one. I was like, I really need to use them. I just hadn't used them for a while because I felt like they weren't performing that great anymore since they're like old now. But I really like how it looked, so I used that. It's probably worn off though, but I didn't reapply it. Oh well. And then I highlighted my inner corners with the shade Aura from the palette. And then I went in with the Dior Maximizer Primer for my lashes, and then I went in with the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. I haven't used that in forever, and I really love how it looks with a lash primer. It is really dried out, though. I probably shouldn't have used it, but I was like, it's still sitting in my collection, so I wanted to use it. I know that's horrible, but I'm like the type of person that used to keep mascaras for a year, okay? Like, I never really pay attention to that. I only have just recently been paying attention to that like this year or like the past year and a half. And then I went in with the MAC Centiplica Black Lash on my bottom lashes. Like, because then I end up like going into such a mascara phase with like one mascara, and then I forget to use like my other ones, like ones I think that they're dried out anyway. But also because a lash primer really helps as well. So yeah. And that was it for the eyes. Love how it turned out. I'm obsessed with the look. It's just so pretty. Every time I do this look now, like when I actually put that Rebirth shade in the crease, I'm like obsessed. I love it so much. And then I bronzed up the skin with the Galactic Cobalt Bronzer. And then I went in with the MAC blush from these Contour and Sculpt Yourself palette in the shade Peaches. And then I went in with the Bobbi Brown highlighter in the shade Bronze Glow, but it wasn't really giving me what I wanted like fully, and I wanted to use the Makeup Forever highlighter that I have, so I just combined both of them together. Like literally that's like a $80 combination because they're such expensive like highlighters, but whatever. And I went in with the Makeup Forever Duo, whatever it's called, Profusion Duo. No, I actually can't remember what it's called. It's like the contour and highlight one. And I went in with the shade 2 because there's one and two, one's gold and one's a pinky shade. So I really wish I would have waited for the full size ones to come out when those came out because I never used the bronzer. I only used the highlight because the bronzer is too dark for me. So whatever. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. Then I mixed everything with the NYX Dewy Skin Mist. And then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel, and then set that with Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I primed them with the NYX Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the MAC Makeup Forever Lip Pencil in the shade 1C. And then I filled them in with the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Sellout, because I did want to use one of these shades, one of the Too Faced Melted Mattes, tonight. But then I was like, I wanted to use one of the nudes, but I was like, nah, like, they both, like, don't really go with the look. And then I was like, oh, I haven't used this one in quite a while. I should use it. So I ended up using this. So, yeah. I also wanted to use Rustic from Lime Crime, but I was like, I thought that's too much right now, you know, like, I'll wear the bolder lip colors in, like, the fall and winter time, but right now I'm just, like, getting my feet wet in the door, you know, like, and then I'll start, like, you know, wearing, like, cuter stuff. Or like darker lips, because it's like, you know, like sometimes you're not comfortable wearing it. Like, it's not like, I just want to make a good impression at first. Like, I don't want to be wearing like a red vampy lip in like the middle of summer, or like a orangey red lipstick. Like, I just wanted it a little bit more muted, you know, for work, you know. And I did wear my locket necklace with this as well, and I wore like these little not Kat Von D, these little Kate Spade studs. I was going to wear like longer earrings, but I just thought it would be too much gold, so I wore these instead. And I really like how it looked with my hair up like that. I thought it was really cute. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So that's it for like the rest of the week. And I finally learned how to tie an infinity knot. I was like, I want to tie my scarf like that. It's so flipping easy. All you got to do is tie it twice, and then you just wrap it around twice on your neck. Like, it's so easy. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go. Bye. Okay, so hi. So I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I actually just got back from hanging out with friends, so I'm actually gonna be home for the rest of the night, which is actually really nice. Hold on. My lips are very shiny. I just put on some more highlighter, so it kind of like made the middle like really shiny. Okay, so anyway, so I went to hang out with Craig and Becca today for a few hours. Oh my god, my lips are like so dry from this lipstick right now, because have like put it on like a couple of times and stuff. I mean, it's great, but like, you know, I'm a perfectionist with everything when it comes to makeup, so I have to have my lips perfect like every time I eat. Sometimes I don't care, like when I'm with my boyfriend, but when I'm out with friends, it annoys me. So when I get a chance to reapply it, I like to. So, I went out with them for about 3.5 hours. Actually, 3 hours. I met up with them around 12:30, and I went home around 3:30. So, basically, all we did was we went out to, like, Jamaica Bay, which is right next to Queens, basically, I think. I mean, hello, Jamaica's in Queens, so I think it's like near the Jamaica train station or something. But we went out there to look at aircrafts because Craig really loves to look at aircrafts. So we went there, and it was nice because it was like in a little park thing, like a little bay with a little benches and stuff like that. And we just sat out there for a while, like probably a half hour. And then we just went to get something to eat. And we went to Popeyes, and we all talked together, and then it was about a half-hour drive from her house to where we wanted to go, well, where he wanted to go, and then it was like 15 minutes to Popeyes, and then it was another like half hour back to her house, so it was kind of like an hour or so just driving to the places we needed to go, so yeah, and yeah, that was pretty much it. It was basically just to get together with Craig because we never got to see him. So we all finally got to hang out together during the day. and it was really nice. And I worked last night and I hit my goal and everything, and I actually did pick up an extra shift for tomorrow. Sorry if this is bothering you. I think that's a little bit of highlighter that I accidentally got up here. It's bothering me. But you can't see it up close. It just looks weird, like far away. Like it doesn't really look like that up close. So yeah, I am working tomorrow 1 to 5, but I get to relax for the rest of the day now. It's only 4:20 right now. I was thinking about filming a video, but then I was like, I just haven't really been in the filming mood lately. Plus, I do have, like, quite a few videos to post still. I already posted the ABH video and the Get Ready With Me. I still have, the Tarte lipstick review, the 5-minute makeup challenge, and I mean, that's enough for this week. I probably have to start recording more videos next week. I just, like, am never in the mood, or I never have enough time. I'm probably not even going to be able to record that much next week. I probably will do one on Sunday, maybe, because I don't really have any plans on Sunday, other than, like, chilling and recovering from the night before. So, yeah, so anyway, I wore my church girl shirt today. It's one of my, 3 shirts that look like this. I have one that's like pink and orange, and I have another one that's like red and orange and yellow, and this one's like blue, pink, and like this olivey color. So yeah, I primed my face with and I finally wore these BB jeans that I never wear anymore. And I like wearing them with this outfit. They have like this really pretty like floral print on them. I love these jeans. They're kind of like cut off ones, so I wore those. And then I wore them with Sperry's, but I put on my flip-flops. I always, like, change right into my slippers as soon as I get home. Like, I don't like wearing outdoor shoes once I get home. Like, they're just not comfortable for me. And why not wear your slippers around the house? That's what you're supposed to do anyway. Like, when you go into anybody's house, you're not really supposed to wear shoes. So, yeah, so I primed my face with the Smashbox Primer Water and the Stila One Step Corrector. And then I went in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in the color Classic Ivory Porcelain. I don't know. I'm always the lightest shade, so just know that if I don't remember the shade name, I'm always the lightest shade. And then I concealed. I went in with the same foundation and concealer as yesterday because I was like, you know, I really loved the way that foundation made my skin look yesterday. I was like, why not use it again? And then I concealed with the Maybelline Master Concealer in the color Fair. And then I set my face with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Press Powder, literally the same base that I used yesterday. And then I primed my eyes with the MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour base, and then went over that with the same IT Cosmetics powder. And then I went in with mostly Makeup Geek shadows today and a couple of Urban Decay eyeshadows. So I used, well, first I used ColourPop's Firefly as my transition shade, and then I went in with the shade Desert Sands from Makeup Geek. I haven't used it in quite a while, so I really like that it picks up this color a lot, so I used that one. And then to darken up the crease more, I went in with Cupcake and Petal Pusher, or Petal Power. I think it's Petal Pusher, both from Makeup Geek, to pick up like these colors. And then for the lid and outer corners, I used, first I used the single shadow from Makeup Geek in the shade Cinderella, and then I went into just a little bit of the Urban Decay Ammo palette, and I used the shade Shattered a little bit over that, and I actually really like how the blue turned out. It actually is like still blue on my lid, which I like, and it didn't really transfer after I went out. I was like, wow, I was like pretty impressed that it didn't really transfer off. And then I went in with the shade Maui Wowie on the outer corners, and then for my brow bone, Maui Wowie and Mildew from the Urban Decay Ammo palette I used on the outer corners. And then for the brow bone, I used Vanilla Bean and Mirage by Makeup Geek. And then I concealed under my eyes with the Maybelline concealer. And then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Like I said, we went to Popeye, so I still have some leftover soda. And then I smudged Desert Sands and a little bit of Petal Pusher and Cupcake all on the lower lash line. But I kind of messed up by like just putting Desert Sands there, but whatever. And then I tried to line my waterline with the ColourPop gel liner in the shade Piggy Bank. It kind of wore off. It was supposed to be like a nice vibrant purple. Let me see if I can get it to be a little bit more pigmented. Hold on. I got like a little bit of eyeliner in my eye. Now it's bothering me. Oh my gosh. Hold on. But that definitely is better. You can see it better now. Okay, and then for the inner corners, I used the shade Nostalgia from Makeup Geek and a little bit of the shade Rockstar, which is one of the duochrome shadows, and I really like how that one turned out. You can't really see it on camera, but it looks really pretty in person. It has like a pinky white shift to it. Oh, it's so pretty! Like you really can't see it enough, but it looks so good in person. Like I really love how it looks on the inner corners. I'm glad that I added a little bit of that Rockstar shade. Those are both from Makeup Geek too. And then I went in with the Dior Maximizer Lash Primer, and then I went in with the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara again. And then for the bottom lashes, I went in with the Max Giga Black Lash. It never changes. And that was it for the eyes. And then I bronzed up the skin with the Too Faced Sweethearts Bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea. And then I went in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Mood Exposure for my blush. And then for the highlight, I used the Cover FX Illuminator in the shade Moonlight. I think it's called the Illuminators. And then I used the shade What Unicorns Are Made Of by Love Luxe Beauty, and I mixed those two together. I really like the combo, but I just feel like it's not popping enough today. I don't know. I think it's that damn Anastasia brush. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. Then I started everything with the NYX Dewy Skin Mist. And then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer and Caramel, and then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. As you noticed, I haven't been bothering with liquid liner lately just because it's such a pain in the ass. Like, I can't really do liner again until I get a new felt tip liner. Like, it's such a pain for me to do liquid liner every single day. It's not really necessary when I was only out for like 3 hours. Yes, I do like how it looks, but it's a pain in the ass to apply. And then for my lips, I primed them with the NYX Lip Primer, and then I lined them with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Lumiere. And then I filled them in with another one of the Too Faced Melted Matte lipsticks. I just really wanted to use this shade today. I went in with the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquefied Matte Longwear Lipstick in the shade Queen Bee. I haven't worn this one in quite a while, so I really wanted to wear it today. So I just really love how it looked with this. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to sit on my ass for the rest of the day. I'm so excited because I have work tomorrow, and then I go home for like a little while, and then I go to my boyfriend's house. And then Saturday, I also have to go to him as well because I want to make it easier to go to his house first so he can drive us to Patchogue. You know, since I've driven to his place like 3 times this week, I was hoping that he could drive us. And then on Sunday is my do nothing day, and then Monday is the Gaga concert, and I am just I've been counting down the days. I'm so excited. I can't wait. And then Tuesday, I do nothing. And then Wednesday is the US Open with my sister, which again, I'm so excited. So since I was mostly broke this entire summer, I'm so excited to go out the last week of summer with a blast with the Gaga concert and the tennis championship. So I'm so excited. I can't wait. And then I work for like the rest of the week. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hi, so just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. Honestly, today has been a really annoying day already. Like, I'm kind of really pissed about today. So, yeah, basically, I'm going to be going to my boyfriend's house in about 20 minutes or so. But I did come home really quick so I could take my makeup off because since I wore it to work, I feel like taking it off for him because he likes me wearing no makeup and I just want to take it off. Like, I really have just been wearing it like for 4 or 5 hours and then just taking it off. So I just wore this lucky red shirt again, and I wore it with a red necklace. Like this garnet necklace and a cardigan because, again, they like the layered look. But as long as you wear a necklace, you don't have to always wear 3 layers of clothing. So I do like that. So I can wear like simpler outfits like this. So I don't have to work again until next Thursday, which is great. But basically the school today finally called me while I was at work. And it was like right after my break, like right before my break was over. I didn't check my phone, my voicemail until like my break was over, and I was like, great. So, yeah, I was really pissed that basically she was telling me that I would have to come in tomorrow morning, which is a Saturday morning, and I would have to bust my ass to get there at like 10 a.m. to talk to financial aid. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, not on a Saturday morning when I'm gonna be in Patchogue like tomorrow night to go out with my friends for karaoke. Yes, school is more important, but I've been planning this for weeks, and since we're not going out tonight, because honestly, I wouldn't want to go out tonight, I would want to go out tomorrow night because I didn't have to work. I did pick up this shift, so I work 1 to 5. I didn't sell a damn thing at work, but she told me that it's not really a huge deal if you don't sell anything, so I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm just going to tell you guys my makeup look. So I primed my face with the Urban Decay Prep Priming Spray and the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and then I went in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation in the color Y225. I wanted to use it again. I really love how this foundation makes my skin look. It's like really pretty, and I don't know why I don't use it as often, so I use that. And then I concealed with the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer in the color Fair, and then I set my face with the MAC Real Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium. I'm debating on whether or not I want to take a shower because I might like take a quick 10-minute shower. I'm not sure yet. I just didn't really feel like it, but I might. And then I primed my eyes with the MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour base and then went over that with the same MAC powder. And then I went in with ColourPop Firefly like usual. And then I mostly went in with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette today because I really wanted to use like the more burnt orange reddish colors today. So I used the shade burnt orange, and then I darkened it up a little bit more with the shade Real Gar, and I really like how it turned out. And then for the crease, I went in with red ochre first, and then I tried to go in with Venetian red on the outer corners, but it wasn't really turning out the way I wanted it to, because Venetian red is a little bit more of a darker, like not as dark as red ochre. So I went in with both on the crease and on the outer corners, and then I went in a tad with Cypress Umber as well. So I went in with red ochre and Venetian red, and then both shades. I just went in with Venetian red on the outer corners and then a little bit of Cypress Umber, and I really like how it turned out. And then for my lid, I used one of the single shadows from Makeup Geek because it's literally the only second time I've used it. I'm like, I really need to start using it more, so I used the Makeup Geek Foiled Shadow in the shade Curtain Call, and it's just such a beautiful shade, so I was planning on using that shade and the Modern Renaissance palette today, so I really like how it turned out. And then I went in with the shade Tempera from the palette, from the Anastasia palette, and then I concealed under my eyes with the Maybelline concealer, and then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And then for my lower lash line, I went in with the shade Burnt Orange and a little bit of Red Ochre, and I really like how it turned out. And then I went in with the ColourPop Gel Liner in the shade Call Me, and then I highlighted the inner corners with Primavera from the palette, from the Modern Renaissance palette. And then I went in with the Dior Show primer, and then I went in with the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara, and then on the lower lash line, I just went in with the MAC Like Black Lash, and then I bronzed up the skin with the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter, and then I went in with the MAC blushes in the shades Spring Sheen and Melba, and then I went in with two highlighters. I went in with the Mary Luminizer by The Balm, and then I topped it off with the NARS Dual Intensity Blush in the shade Jubilation, and I used the gold side, and I really like how it turned out. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. Then I started thing with the NYX Dewy Skin Mist. Then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer and Caramel, and then set that with Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I primed them with the NYX Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the Makeup Forever Lip Pencil in the shade 1C. And then I filled them in with the Balm Cosmetics Liquid Lipstick, Meet Matte Hues Liquid Lipstick in the shade Committed. And that was it, because I just wanted an easy lipstick. And mostly I try to concentrate more on the eyeshadow, but I was still like flagged being late, even though I was on time today for the first time in like forever. But now I really have to be on time for like my 10 a.m. shifts next week, which kind of suck when I'm probably going to be getting like up early every single day now because I have to go to the US Open on Wednesday. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to go. Bye. I'm like really hungry again, so bye.